Hey guys, Casual Gamer 84. Welcome back to the game room. Today, I want to talk about music and video games because music is one of those weird things that transcends every barrier. It will affect everyone. A celebrity status, not celebrity status, rich, poor, it doesn't matter. Like music transcends and can touch anybody. Um, you all know what I'm talking about. You all, maybe hear a song, you think about, a memory that or something that's happened that's associated with that song. Whether it's a happy memory or a sad memory. There's songs that make us happy. There's ones that make us sad. Ones that make us angry. Music has the ability to draw out that raw emotion in people. Something else that music does is it also has the ability to tell a story or to help graphics tell a story. And kind of what I mean by that is there's a lot of games out there uh, that are good games, but the soundtracks or the music associated with that game doesn't match the game, and it does take away from the gameplay. So I've got 5 games that I've played over the years that I think the music or the soundtrack to these games really help push that game, push that story forward, and really help put you in the mood or the mindset or transport you to that magical world uh, of that video game really well. Uh, so we're going to get into those 5 games right from intro. So let's do this. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go over 5 games that really, kind of transcended through and put me in this reality of this game that I was playing, or really, had me at a point to where it's moving the story or the gameplay along very well. Fortunately, I'm not trying to get any copyright strikes or anything, so I'm not going to play a lot of this music because I know YouTube's weird and I don't want to have to go through all this, so on and so forth. But I am going to talk about those games. And of course, you can look them up on YouTube, Google them, or whatever to kind of see or hear, if you can't remember off the top of your head, what I'm talking about when I talk about the soundtracks. And if anybody can help me out down below, like I see all kinds of videos on YouTube that have all this music in it and just soundtrack videos in general. I don't know how they get away with that. Is there a way that I can put this in my videos? Let me know down below. I don't know. But the first game, as silly as it sounds, is Mike Tyson's Punch Out on the NES. Although it's 8-bit or it's chiptune, I think that the music in this has just a way of pumping you up and getting you ready for that next bout. It makes you feel like you're the champion of whatever circuit that you just won, or it pumps you up because you're in the in between rounds and you're ready to go. I think the music does a really good job of that, and it really plays towards the gameplay of the game and helps this game out a lot. Although it really doesn't need much help, it's an awesome game. But yeah, so the first one on the list is Punch Out. So the next one it's iconic. It has an iconic soundtrack. Like if you hear the music in this game, and you've played video games, you automatically know what that is. One of my favorite games on the SNES is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and that has a great soundtrack in its own right. But moving into this era, coming from 16-bit video games to the Nintendo 64 Um, the graphics were awesome then, although they not really dated well. But the soundtracks and the music were next level as well. So that game is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Absolutely love the soundtrack to this game, and it does really help move the story forward. It really puts you in the world of Hyrule. You know, awesome soundtrack. It's one of the soundtracks that I could probably listen to without even having to play the game or anything like that. But definitely the soundtrack of this game pushes the game forward. You all probably thought it would be higher on my list, being the Zelda freak that I am. But and again, this isn't like a top 5 list or whatever. But Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So this next one, it's a good game all around. Like, there's really no way to say that this is a bad game. Unfortunately, I've not played the sequel to this yet. But I think the soundtrack, it tells the story along with the game itself, and that is The Last of Us. I played it a little bit on the PS3. I didn't play all the way through it until I got it on the PS4. Played the remastered edition. Great game, great story. I mean, right there on the cover, over 200 Game of the Year awards. I'm not sure off the top of my head if like soundtrack was one of those. If not, my opinion, it probably should be. But it's a great game, and the music really helps push that gameplay forward. Really puts you in the mindset and sets the tone for that game. So before I get into the last one on the list, I do have, I guess, a few honorable mentions. And I didn't put them on this list because it's kind of cheating. And when I say the series, you'll know why it's kind of cheating. And it's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series. That's cheating because it's essentially just songs. But most of those games, if not all of those games, have awesome soundtracks. And it really, again, puts you in that mindset and helps you progress through that game. But that's an honorable mention. I didn't want to put it on here because it's just like getting a mixtape or something. And for you all a lot younger than me, mixtape is how we used to listen to all of our music back in the day. So the last one. Alright, guys. So this is future me cutting in on past me because I recorded this video and completely forgot the 4th game on my list, or that I have listed on the list in front of me. Simply because I don't have a physical copy of it. I have it digitally. So it wasn't in front of me when I was filming. So I completely skipped over it. I kept telling you 5. I'll only give you 4. The 5th one is Far Cry 5. I never played any of the Far Cry games up until I played the 5th one. And I absolutely loved that game. It was an awesome game. And I think that the soundtrack to that game really, again, just like the other ones, pushed that gameplay forward and made you feel like you were in the game. It put you in that mindset. Whether it would be, when you're in a region and you're being hunted and that music is fast paced and kind of keeps you on edge, or whether you're in a town that you've already cleared or saved, and it's kind of joyful in a way and relaxing. But Far Cry 5 is another one with an awesome soundtrack. Back to past me. So the last one on my list is, I'm just gonna say it's my favorite game. Because as right now it kind of is. That is God of War. I absolutely love the soundtrack to this game, and it definitely does. It helps you believe the story. It puts you in that world, and it's just an awesome soundtrack. And it makes you feel the emotions, just like the other games. But it makes you feel the emotions that the characters should be feeling throughout the game, regardless of what scene you're in, whether it's a boss fight, the song or the soundtrack, the music is amped up and gets you pumped up, or if it's somber and meant to be sad, and it does a great job of that. So that is 5 games that I think have awesome soundtracks that really push the gameplay to the next level, help you move forward through that story. Guys, if you have one that I didn't mention, list it down below. I'd be interested to hear what your favorite video game soundtrack is and why. All right, guys, so that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. If you've not already done so and you like the content, hit that like button. Also, if you've already done so, hit that subscribe button down below. I'd greatly appreciate that. Ring that bell for notifications. You'll be notified when I post a video for you. Until next time.